Let's talk about our careers. You can feel it, right? There's been this massive seismic shift in how we work. And if you're feeling like the old rules just don't apply anymore, well, you're not wrong. Today, we're going to give you a whole new playbook for designing a future that actually gets you excited.
Welcome to the Phoenix Way Academy. It is time to rise from the ashes of all that outdated career advice and start building your future, but this time on purpose.
Okay, let's start with a number that gets thrown around a lot, 78 million. Now, according to the World Economic Forum, that is the projected net gain in jobs by 2030. So what does that really mean? It tells us the future isn't about jobs disappearing. It's about jobs transforming. Yeah, AI and automation will definitely displace some roles, but they're going to create even more. The real question is, will you be ready for that?
And that brings us to this hard truth. The whole idea of spending 40 years just climbing one single predictable ladder, that's a relic of the past. In an economy where a core skill can become obsolete in just a few years, betting everything on one specialty isn't a safe bet anymore. It's a massive gamble. This huge shift really demands a new way of thinking. For generations, careers just kind of happened. It was all accidental progression. You'd take the next promotion that came up, you'd react to whatever opportunity landed in your lap. That model, it's broken. The new way is all about intentional career design. So let's get real. When nearly half of the skills you need for your job today are going to be different in just 5 years, how do you even begin to plan for that? How do you build something that doesn't just survive, but actually thrives through all this constant change? The shift is pretty fundamental when you look at it like this. We're moving from being reactive to being proactive. We're going from that straight, linear ladder to a multi-stage lattice, where you can move sideways, up, or even take a strategic step back to reskill for a huge leap forward. And the main way we measure success? It's not just about your title anymore. It's about your impact, your values, and the kind of lifestyle you actually want to live. It's all about being agile, not rigid. So what is this intentional career design thing, really? Think of it like a framework. It's a proactive, purposeful way to craft your professional life so that it lines up with who you are, what you want to achieve, and, crucially, where the world is actually heading. It's basically your new navigation system. Okay, having a new mindset is great, but how do you actually do it? Let's dive into 3 really powerful frameworks that are going to become your strategic toolkit for building your future. First up, the 5-year plan. And I know what you're thinking, but this is not that old, rigid plan you set once and then forget about. This is a dynamic roadmap that turns your big, long-term vision into concrete, manageable steps. It gives you direction without locking you in. But what if you feel like you have a bunch of possible futures, that you could go in a few different directions? That is exactly where Odyssey planning comes in. It was developed at Stanford, and it's designed to challenge that myth that there's only one single right path for you. So here's how it works. You map out 3 totally different 5-year plans. Path 1 is what your life looks like if you just double down on what you're doing right now. Path 2 is what you do if that first path completely vanished tomorrow. And path 3, well, that's what you would do if money and what other people think were no issue at all. This exercise builds some incredible resilience, and it opens your mind to possibilities you might have just dismissed. And last but not least, skill stacking. Look, in an age where AI can master a single skill way faster than any person, your unique advantage comes from combining skills in a way that just can't be replicated. This is literally how you future-proof yourself. You don't have to be the #1 expert in the world at just one thing. By getting really good, say, in the top 20%, at 2 or 3 different skills, you create this unique combination that makes you indispensable. Think about a data scientist who's also a fantastic public speaker, or a software engineer who also has deep expertise in sustainable energy. That is your competitive advantage. So, we have the mindset, we've got the tools. Now let's talk about turning that big vision of yours into a concrete, actionable plan for the next 5 years. I know, it can feel a little overwhelming, but the starting point is actually way simpler than you think. We're just going to break down that big 5-year goal into annual themes. So in year 1, you just focus on exploring and learning. Master your current job and figure out what skills you're missing. Year 2 is all about building expertise. Go deep. Become the go-to person for something. Year 3 is about visibility. Come on, it's not enough to be good. People have to know you're good, so expand your network.
In year 4, you use that expertise to expand your influence or maybe make a strategic pivot. And by year 5, you're ready to lead and evolve, maybe mentor others, and you're already starting to think about your next 5-year cycle. And please, remember this. Your plan is not some static document you write and then file away. It is a living, breathing guide. You should be checking in with it quarterly, adjusting it as you grow, as new opportunities pop up, and as your own priorities change. And this brings us to a really powerful realization. Career design isn't some destination you just arrive at. It's a continuous, evolving journey. It's a process of becoming that gives you total control over your own future.
So, what are the big takeaways here? First, the old career map is gone, so you have to draw your own. Second, shift from being reactive to being the intentional designer of your own career. Use these powerful frameworks to explore what's possible and build your unique strengths. Break your vision down into those actionable annual goals and treat your plan like a living document that grows with you.
You know, the winners of tomorrow aren't going to be the people who try to resist change. They'll be the adaptable learners who can combine uniquely human skills like creativity and leadership with the incredible power of new tech to create real, meaningful impacts in the world.
So I'll leave you with this final thought. In the end, your career is going to be one of two things: something you live by design or something you just accept by default. You have the tools now, you have the frameworks, the choice is yours.